A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to TGIF with Christina. Yes, I am back. And yes, we are here today to talk a little bit about a topic that's very dear to me, enjoying or emptying your class. I was just sharing on the Instagram that over here, I look okay with my red puff. On Instagram, I really look like I'm tipsy. As though I've drowned like a few glasses. I'm so red on Instagram and I'm so natural over here. So I kind of like my face over here rather than on Instagram. So sometimes it's just so hard to balance your makeup for two different devices, three different platforms that capture your tone and the lighting all very differently. So yeah, today we are going to talk about enjoying or emptying your glass. So have you ever tried and drink and then you truly enjoy that glass, whether it's a water, whether it's a glass of wine, whether it's a glass of liquor, whether it's a cup of cocktail, whatever it is, or you are in a rush, you really drink it, and then you drown it, you down it, and then you chase for more. And it's only up to recently, when I had a conversation with a family, like it was during a family gathering, this question pop up again among my family, like, Christina, why did you stop drinking? So I thought I have answered this enough, but it seems like the questions still pop up. And this round, it really made me go in deeper to understand a little bit more. Why did I stop drinking from someone who enjoy on a Friday night? It is a TGIF. I always go out and hang out and have a glass of wine, or even, go to a speakeasy bar to enjoy their favorite, only specifically at certain speakeasy bar they have their signature cocktail. And I am a person that will only go with the cocktail with the base whiskey. So I'm quite a strong, tone drinker, and my friends all got quite surprised when I am sober for years. So here I am going to share a little bit more. But before that, let me just say hello to all the audience who is on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. Hello over there. Hi, Ellen. Long time no see. Happy 520. You know what? Today I saw a meme on Instagram. On Facebook. No one can actually link how 520 link with 我爱你 in Mandarin, because 五二零 and 我爱你 sounds very different. So someone really make a joke out of it and say how did this relates with each other. And I find it interesting, how marketing can push the entire community or the world to make 520 a 我爱你 day, and then it makes it another Valentine's Day for another reason, for another occasion, so that you will start buying things for your partner again. All right. So that is something that is good to know as well. It's Friday, can go go out for drink, jom jom. Yeah. So yes, so this is what I'm going to share about. But before that, just let me bring this out a little bit so that everyone knows that we have already published, our two volumes. January, we have the Wisdom of Love that we have out, and then April, we have actually published the Mystical Light, and then coming up in July, we will be publishing the Consciousness of Wisdom, and you can read all this free on e-soft copy, 68 pages, full colors with different articles, all real story from real people. All you need to do is just join our Body Mind Soul community. You can just sign up for free and you can read it for free as well. 68 pages all for you. And also not just the latest version, but also the entire collection of Body Mind Soul magazine. You know how we started off the magazine is really to impact lives positively, to talk about positive holistic lifestyle living, which is something that a lot of us now talking about. So you know what? You get more different inspiring stories from different writers all around the world on these two volumes, Wisdom of Love and the Mystical of Light. Okay. So let's get back to over here. And if you still feel having the magazine is not enough and you want more, what you can do is also join our Telegram channel. You can subscribe Telegram channel. A lot of us asking, a lot of audience are asking me, how can I get more information from you guys? Join our Telegram channel where we actually will post up at least on a weekly basis. You have 4 to 5 different content. Hope to also give you positive vibes as well. So I have quite a lot of message over here, Alan. Then I can buy you a glass of wine. So that is where this comes from. Okay. So I'm just gonna be very, very open to share my story, and I don't know how this will lead it to because I don't really have a flow. But what I wanted to talk about is, how it used to be for me, where I started off with enjoying drinking. This entire conversation really sparks off when my aunt last week asked me, when did I start learning to drink? And I remember I started off learning when I was only in college. I wasn't like get the bit of taste of alcohol when I was younger. I don't. It was only college time. Only that was when. And I still remember the very first alcohol or liquor that I drink was similar name with the pandemic Corona. That was the first bottle I had. And I remember after I had that, I was having hives all over my body. And I told myself, I don't think I'm going to drink again. But little did I know, because of my job, I get to actually taste a lot of good wines, great champagne, good liquor, all those things. I do have that phase of time. And it was also the same time that I start to drink nonstop. I didn't know I was really drinking nonstop. It's just somehow it is like a must-do thing among friends. When you go out to hang out, you will start drinking. And then that was this crazy period where you have tower over tower and you still feel like, hey, my alcohol or my liquor ratio is quite high. I can withstand liquor for a very high. I would say I can drink a lot and still feel okay and still speak okay and not making a scene. And I can never understood how people will make a scene after drinking. This is just, I would say today it's more of me sharing my journey with everyone. It's not about whether drinking is good or bad, because I love that. I enjoyed that. So there's no good and bad. But I just want to highlight certain things. Why did I have that urge of excessive drinking? So along the way in my journey, I didn't realize I was really burying a lot of emotions, layers after layers within me. So that is when I often drink and not knowing why am I drinking. It's just that feeling of you just love the taste of alcohol linger in your tongue, in your mouth, and when it goes into your body, actually it doesn't really give you anything to be honest when I reflect back, but it does give you one thing, which is a little bit of the tipsy feeling, right? You kind of like not here, neither here nor there. It's as though you're with your friends, but somehow when you're at that tipsy zone, you actually sort of living in your own world kind of thing. So whatever that is trouble, all the problems that is in your reality world, somehow you feel and you think it is not there anymore. So it kind of like gives that feeling for me. At that point of time when I have those excessive drinking, like really drink a lot, it was also at the same time I have a job that is highly stressful and I do not know how to handle stress. So one of the way that I feel by having a bottle of wine after a long day work, it is a stress relief for me. Okay, so I'm not advising anyone to do that, but if that's what you feel you want to try, go try it. But to me, honestly, it doesn't really help after trying it, because that it was when the more I drink, the emptier it is inside me. It's no longer coming from that sense of wanting to enjoy and taste the wine, like how people taste a glass of wine. It doesn't work that way. So do share with me how you feel as well, or what is your experience if you have had something similar, right? So I was drinking and I realized, a good bottle of wine just wasted in my hand, because I'm no longer enjoying that glass. I'm actually emptying the bottle rather than the glass. And the more I empty the glass or the bottle, the more empty it is inside me. It is like, I'm drinking to numb my feelings and to numb things that I don't want to face. And it is not good to face it when you are really clear and sober. So that is the specific reason that I depended on alcohol to run away from all the stress that I'm dealing with, from all the overwhelming emotions that I'm having. And it was one of a journey. Okay, so, and then that was when I start on okay, let me recap. Yeah, so that was one day that was one day I had a dinner with my girlfriend. It was only two of us, and I was drinking, she was not. And it was shoju, you know. So everything was okay, everything was okay. And until I start driving, that was when I realized something is not right, because the liquor starts to kick into my mind and my brain, and I can't function, and I'm driving. And I was driving really slow, and I don't remember, I actually think of stopping at the roadside. But I did call my friend and have conversation throughout the entire journey. And when I reached home, I still remember my brother was having a group of friends at home, and I was making a scene out of myself. And the next morning, when I got up, I regretted making a scene out of it. And that was truly when I start questioning myself. Why did I need to drink that much on that day? I was screaming. No, I wasn't screaming. I was crying all the way. So that was really the breakdown point. I remember I was talking over the phone, driving home from Banda Utama to Old Klang Road. And it was soju, right? I usually can handle. I do not know why that day I just can't, right? So I was driving all the way home, and I was talking with my friends. I was crying all the way. I was really crying all the way. I can't remember what I was crying, but I only know it was a time when liquor no longer able to numb my feelings, and it was an overpouring of sadness that I have been suppressing. I remember the next day I called my friend and asked, like, what did I talk to you? She said I was just mumbling and crying and feeling very sad. She said I was feeling very sad. And at the same time, I was very grateful to have her with me. She said, you are just so confusing. And I remember when I got home, I was still crying because I can't put in the key to open up the gate. So I was crying and say, why did the gate bully me? I still remember this. And then my mom got shocked. My brother was shocked as well because the whole group of friends were at home also drinking, but they were like casual, And then suddenly my brother just laughed and told my mom, Mom, I think your daughter is drunk and is making a scene. And that was when I said, Yeah, I'm going up right now. And I remember I was like holding the toilet bowl and just vomit the whole night. And I was like, oh my gosh, the liquor smell is so smelly, and my puke is so smelly. Everything is just turning inside me. And I'm sure those who have had hangover, you can really relate to it. Why did we even get ourselves into hangover? It's not something pleasant, right? So that was when the next day and the few next day, I really questioned myself. Drunk is really not something pleasant. Why did I go over the board? And it was also the same time I was being introduced to a self-discovery journey, which is Awaken the Divine New program by Master Wumesh. And during that first 7 days foundation, I was being asked not to drink, not to drink. I was furious. I was seriously furious and angry and got triggered. The things that I enjoyed the most, you ask me not to do. How can you? But being a person who really eagerly try out any modalities that can help me understand myself a little bit, I actually did stop drinking since then. And that was when over the years, I've been fighting with it, to be honest, as the urge of wanting to have a glass of wine. And because over the years, I'm very lucky, that being with Body Mind Soul, being with so many experts and writers and also facilitators from the golden space, I have this tool that I start to observe myself. When did I want to drink the most? And that is when I am very sad and I just don't want to face anything. I just want to be in denial. That is when there is the urge of wanting to touch liquor. You know, um, I would say there will be times for us that we truly can't handle certain negative emotions that is running within us, and it is okay that to admit that we can't. And what we can do is we can seek for help, from professionals, from someone that perhaps can give you some positive motivation, someone that you feel you're connected with, someone that you feel, you understand, that would understand you, someone that will nurture you at that point of time that you need it. Because to be honest, I have a phrase in me when I start to enjoy drinking. To me, liquor is something meant for celebration. But over the years, I myself abused this celebration and I use it as something to numb my feelings, something to help me to run away from the overwhelming, you can say negative emotions, you can say emotions, or you can say situations, or even stress. I actually put myself into that shoe. And being sober for years do one great thing for me. It helps me to be able to recognize my own pattern. It also helped me to understand myself a little bit more, if this is what you are up for it, to have a chance to know yourself better. And it also helped me to heal certain things that I use liquor to numb. Heartbroken, that's for sure. Yeah, a lot of us, the first thing that we do when we got our heart broken, no matter what situation our heart is broken, the first thing oftentimes is either you go for food or you go for drink. I go for both. So that is not helping with my weight, okay, and my health, of course. And of course, that was when, after that scene, like I shared with you, after that scene, to me, I said to myself, you know what, it's enough. And since I have so much of sadness that pour out after that, why can't I pour it out when I am sober? Why didn't I allow myself to express it when I'm sober? You see, a lot of us, when we say, let's go out for a drink, sometimes the drink is used as a something to soften your protective layer, to make you softer, or to have that ice breaking. But what if all of us can really hold that space to speak from our heart, and not judging, and just allowing a person to cry when that person is sober? Wouldn't it be better? I mean, what's the point of having that hangover the next day if all I want was just to cry? So that was really something. And holding that toilet bowl, seriously, that is not pleasant. I can still remember that scene vividly inside me, even though I'm drunk at that point of time. So yeah, so here I am to just share with everyone. If you observe and just pay a little bit of attention of you holding that glass of drink, it can be soda drinks as well. I do have people addicted to soda drinks. I do have friends that when he is angry, he will drink soda drink, because that allows him to burp out, and that was one of his way, right? But what if you have another better way to let go that emotions? Wouldn't you want to know that, right? So yeah, so whether every time when you hold a glass of water, a glass of drink, you can name it wine, liquor, cocktail, whatever it is, just pay a little attention to it. Just pay a little focus to it while you're holding it. Why are you drinking this in a way? Is it truly for celebration? Or is it like what I shared earlier, to numb your feelings? Is it something that is so heavy in your heart, you can't breathe, and you needed this drink to help you to soften that, right? So there are definitely a lot of other ways to help us to face, to digest, to understand ourselves, our emotions especially, instead of just turning to drinks, right? So that is my sharing for everyone, and I hope this would be something that can help all of us to reflect a little bit every time when we hold up our glasses to a toast. What is that intention behind, for you personally, for myself personally? And I must say that when I started off the self-discovery journey, I stopped drinking out of fear. I must admit that, because I was too afraid to make a scene again. So I stopped drinking simply because I was afraid that I would depend back to liquor to help me, to face my emotions. I wouldn't say face, it was a way of running away. It was only recently when I had a chance to have a bit of taste of a liqueur cake that was full with lots of different liquor. And I realized when I eat the cake, I love the cake, I love the texture. I just somehow don't like the liqueur being in my tongue. And I can kind of like smell that liqueur smell around me for 3 days. And I realized I don't like it anymore. And that was when I feel, oh yeah, I guess for the time being, for now, I choose not to have liquor. It's simply, or a glass of wine, it's simply because I don't like it. So it's no longer a suppression out of fear. it has become a choice for me. um, and in the past, I will feel pressured when I go out to hang out with my friends and all of them are drinking and I'm not. I would rather not going. And when I become more at peace with my own choice and understood why I do and why I don't, I actually have more peace. I order mocktail when the rest are having cocktail. you know the glass is still toast, it's still a whiskey glass, but it's not no liquor inside. That doesn't stop my lifestyle. And when I come into this realization, I was like, wow, I did came a long way to from a person who's so in love enjoying the glass, till emptying the glass, till being fearful of the glass, and now being at peace with the glass. It's okay that my friends, my family have a glass of drink. It doesn't bother me anymore. It doesn't bother me at all whether I was thinking in my mind, should I not, would I want, it's no longer that when I have truly come to be at peace with that glass. And I hope this is something that, you know, especially now, everyone is just so eager to go out. It would be a good way to also understand yourself emotionally and mentally, simply just by paying a little bit of attention with yourself and the glass that is right in front of you. And if you have finished that one glass, you still want the second one. Perhaps it's also a good time to ask, hey, why do I need the second one? Is it because I'm happy? Or is it because there's something empty inside? Or is it there's certain emotions that I do not want to process? All these things can help us if this is a route or a path that you wish to self-discover and you wish to understand yourself a little bit more. And yeah, you can do that. And I hope with today's sharing, it somehow helped you to reflect a little bit, especially for those who always enjoy small little glass of something before they call it a night. This will be a good question for you. Why did you need that small little something before you end your night? Yeah. So is it important? Is it a must? Is it just an enjoyment? Is it something else? There's so much more we can know about ourselves just by talking about food and drinks. Yeah. So this is something that I love to share, and I was like, it also helped me to realize myself a little bit more of why did I stop. And it was all because my entire family having a gathering, and they just very impromptu asked me that question again. It made me really think deeper and harder this time, because somehow this question came to me like, I think at least 10 times in 6 months. So it means something for me to reflect. So yeah, so here I am sharing this with everyone. Do you enjoying your glass, or you are emptying your glass for a specific reason? And I hope with that, it can help you a little bit more to understand yourself. And tomorrow we will not have our live talk, our regular live talk on Saturday, but we will have it next week. And also next Friday, it will be the Men Circle is back. So to calling out all the men, TGIF Men Circle will be back on next Friday at 9 p.m. with the three musketeer, the trio amigos, the three gentlemen, and the three handsome guy. So if you have anything that you wish, to have the men to talk about it, drop us a message. Either you can direct message us, or you can drop it on the comment box. And also next Saturday, we will be having Dr. Eva back with us as well. So I'm going to see you all next Saturday. And with that, I would say have a good weekend. Have a great sleep. 520, happy 520 for those who are celebrating. And I hope today's TGIF will help all of us to reflect just a little bit more of everything that we do in our daily life with our food and our drink, because that could help us to heal and to understand ourselves mentally and also emotionally. With that, I'll say goodbye and have a great weekend. Have a good rest. Bye bye.